Hello board gamers of the world, welcome to the Curious Box. Today I am starting a new space, a new kind of videos here at the channel, and this is called Under the Radar because I will be talking about games which maybe have just flown under the radar, which means maybe you haven't noticed them, and I noticed them, so I want to bring them to you. Today I have 3, stay there and check them out. For today's video I chose to bring 3 games and 3 travel games. 3 games you can carry with you everywhere, every time, and play them on a train, on a plane, or on a bus, wherever you want. These 3 games couldn't be any more different, and I will start with Crypt. Crypt went on Kickstarter. It was well succeed on Kickstarter. It comes by Road Infamy, and it's Road to Infamy, and it's designed by Andrew Nerger and Jeffrey Chin. I can tell you, it's a game. It's a push your luck game. I really like the backstory to this game. There is a king, and the king promises to his sons to share his all his money, his heritage, once he's dead. Problem is, he changes his will before he dies, and he decides to take all his money with him to the grave. So all his sons, so all the players, they have the same idea, which is to rob his dead father and to open the coffin, and steal the money from him, all the richness. It's a very funny theme, and it's nice also because the box works as a coffin. You have cards and you have dice, and your goal is to apply these dice to get the treasures that will be presented in the cards. You see, the treasures are the coins. Of course, there are different kinds of treasures. They have these symbols which represent the different kinds of treasures, and they will eventually have different properties, because the collectors, there are some collectors to which you need to sell the treasures. They want different kinds of treasures. Different kinds of collectors want different kinds of treasures. You need to apply your servants, which are represented by the dice, and to try to get them, to get the treasures, but your servants cannot be too exhausted, otherwise you will lose your servants. It's a really, really nice game. It's very funny and very fast to play. You won't play it only once. Once you play it, you will want to play it many times. So check it out, Crypt from Road to Infamy. Then we have a Portuguese game design, and it comes from Aggie Games, Zura. Zura is a card game, and it tells the story. It's a very, very fantastic story about the Terzurians, which are monsters, and about the kids who need to fix the stars in the sky, so they need to travel and find the Terzurians, and so on and so on. It's a very compelling story, and the first triumph of this game is the artwork. The artwork is really, really amazing. I will show you here some cards. Check this out. It's by Portuguese artist Pedro Codesso, and I was amazed from the very beginning with this art. You can also check the box is really beautiful. This is a game for 2 to 4 players, and you need to you need to use these cards to find combinations of Terzurians and to get the points. Person who gets more points wins. Of course, this game is not only a set collection game, it also needs some memory skills and some strategy. So I like the combination of the 3 factors. It's a very easy and very quick game to play. You can find it on the Eggy Games website. It's very easy to find and it's not expensive at all. Zura is a game I definitely recommend. Last one for today, but not least, we have Encantados. Encantados is a game originally designed by Fel Barros, a Brazilian game designer, and this is the second version, which is co-designed by the same Fel Barros and Ship Arcs, and it's coming from Ace Studios. This is a set collection game. It's a card game, and you have your gardens, and in gardens, little beings, they come at night, and you want to have the best ones to color your garden, to give some life to your garden overnight. So you will play, of course, Encantados. And there are several kinds of beings. There are elves. This is the Portuguese version of the game. There are elves, there are mimics, there are dwarves, gnomes, and so on and so on. What is great about this game, besides the fantastic artwork that you can also see in the box cover? What is great about this game is that it requires some strategy. It's a little bit of push your luck, and all the beings they have different powers. And once you play the cards, you activate the powers, and sometimes the powers are not referring only to yourself, but they will affect the other players, which is a thing that I really like with this game. It has a lot of replayability. All 3 games, they have lots of replayability, otherwise I wouldn't be recommending them. And it's really fun. It's a small card game. It's carryable, if I can use that word, wherever you want. It's Encantados by Ace Studios, Zura by Eggy Games, and Crypt by Road to Infamy. They may have flown under the radar, but they are here, of course, at the Curious Box. Guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe the Curious Box on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button. It's so easy, and it will help the channel to grow and these more videos to come to life. Also, if you like this video, hit that like button all the time. The Curious Box needs your help, and it will be here to help you discover some fine new games that may have flown under the radar. This is all from the Curious Box. I am Pedro Kerouac, and I will be seeing you at a table close to you.